Liver disease and palliative care, part 3 of my chronic disease series. I'm Chelsea, the palliative PA, and I wanted to talk about liver disease specifically today. And what I'm talking about is not beginning stages of liver disease, is not little bits of cirrhosis. This is end stage liver disease. Liver disease can eventually become such a problem that you are recurrently ending up in the hospital. This is a lot of times when we will meet our patients with liver disease is while they're inpatient having a flare-up of their either ascites or their ammonia goes really high and they have what's called a hepatic encephalopathy, which is essentially where you get really confused because those toxins from the liver are building up because the liver's not working very well. So how can palliative help? Well, there are lots of ways that palliative can help in liver disease, and I know I can't cover them all in one video, so save this for later and follow along for more. Typically what we like to do is meet people a little bit early on in their course so that we can talk through the what ifs of the future before they happen. So just like most of these other diseases, we like to talk about, if you get confused, because you probably will at some point, who would you want to make your healthcare decisions? So then we want to put that down in writing. We want to do a healthcare POA documentation. And then along those same lines, if you really decompensate and you are so confused that you can't protect your airway, are you okay with us putting in a tube and putting you on a ventilator? And if the answer is no, then what's the alternative and how can we talk through that in advance? And these are scary conversations, but they're good to have ahead of time. We often will continue to work with your gastroenterologist to work through some of these symptoms. And sometimes we'll have thoughts that they didn't, or they'll have ideas that we didn't, and we'll really just work on your symptoms and your quality of life together. Some of the other things that we can kind of help guide are, when's the right time to consider what's called a PleurX catheter in the abdomen? So sometimes people have very severe liver disease to the point that their abdomen, their belly fills with fluid over and over and over again. So then they're coming into the hospital for what are called paracenteses, meaning tapping and drawing out that fluid. And it's just for comfort. It's really that fluid's going to continue to build up because the liver is failing. But sometimes toward the very end stage of disease, we can put in what's called a PleurX catheter, which is a little tube that can go in the belly and can be drained at home. And therefore someone's not coming in and out of the hospital over and over again for these drainages, and it really can aid in quality of life. And along those same lines, we can really help guide when is the right time for hospice care, and we can help, facilitate that for you. Because unfortunately, these things are likely to happen with liver disease, and it's very, very important to talk about in advance and to plan for the future. So that's what we can do in palliative. We can really talk those things through, and we really can put them in writing for you. We can talk to your other providers, and we can be part of your support system along the way.